Hi, my name is Rose Castillo with Crafty Night Owls, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I want to show you how to make this cute little card that is made with the Jars of Love stamp set. And I will also be using some of the new in colors for the 2016 through 2018. And this is the stamp set here. And this image here is not true to size, so you'll have to see what the actual sizes are here. And you can see the other. This is a large stamp set. There's quite a bit of images that come with it. And also there is a matching framelit set that coordinates with the jars and some of the images. And this is a great value. If you buy them together, you can actually save 10%. So let's get started making this card. Move my bone folder over. Now I am using the thick Whisper White cardstock, and I already pre-scored and cut most of my paper so that this video isn't extra long. So this is just an 8.5 by 11 cut in half at 4 1/4. You can get 2 cards. I tend to like my cards fold like that. And so that is that. And then I cut a piece of Flirty Flamingo, and this measures 5 by 3 7/8. Okay, and that's going to layer onto the card. And then I also cut a piece of thick Whisper White, and that's 3 1/4 by 5. I guess I'm going to need to take off like about 1/4 of an inch, I think. Oh, maybe that wasn't 5. Flirty Flamingo is 5 1/8. Okay, so that makes more sense now. Okay, so then those are going to layer on top of each other, but before we glue anything down, I'm going to stamp. And I am going to use Dapper Denim for my jar. And I've already mounted my stamps onto the clear blocks. And this is clear block, let me see, E. And I'm just going to ink it up in Dapper Denim and stamp the image towards the bottom and in the middle. Alright, pretty good. And the next thing that I did was that I actually put the stem, one of the stems that come on in the set, on here, but I put it kind of squiggled. Not squiggled, but you know, just not straight, because you know, if you put flowers in a jar, you'll notice that they kind of fall to one end or the other and whatnot, and they always stand up perfectly straight. So I kind of put mine at an angle, and I'm going to stamp this 3 times. Oh, you know what, before I do that, I want to do my water in the jar. Sorry, and I'm using Soft Sky for this, and I'm just inking that up and just stamping that right on the bottom there. And there's my water. Okay, now I want to do my stem, and the reason why I wanted to do my stem after is so that I can kind of see if I'm getting the tip of the stem like in the actual water. You know, so my flowers don't dry out. Alrighty. And then I'm going to turn this one around like this and kind of do an X a little bit. And then for my middle one, I'll just kind of do that in the center. And I'm going to do that a little bit higher. And whatnot. So then you kind of see here my 3 little stems coming into the water. Then I will stamp my flowers. Now what did I do with, I have a white piece, oh here it is. I have a white piece of scrap paper that I have here, and I'm going to stamp these in Flirty Flamingo and Sweet Sugar Plum. Now these 2 colors are so pretty together, and going to, there's an image that is like a solid flower, and you can stamp that. I would stamp it off once and then stamp your paper, and then stamp off and stamp your paper, and it just kind of gives you a two-tone variation. And then over here to my left, you can't see it, but is my Stampin' Scrub. So I'll clean those off before I move on to Sweet Sugar Plum. This second image layers onto the flower, and I'm just doing that full force, not stamping off at all. So that, and close my ink pad and my Stampin' Mist right here, and I'm going to clean that off, and once again reuse these same images in Sweet Sugar Plum. And I will stamp off and stamp. And if you stamp your ink pad full force, stamp off, and even a third time, you can get some variations of color, and that's just a great way to use your ink pads to get different shades of the same color. And there we go. So I'm going to take these over to my Big Shot, and I'm going to cut them out using this flower image here, and it just makes cutting out so easy, and no fussy cutting, so perfect. If you wanted to pop up the entire card, you could even cut the stems, you could cut out the jar, and all of that, so just so you know. Alright, I will be right back. Okay, so now that I have my 3 flowers cut out, I am going to, first I'm going to tie the ribbon right onto my, and glue it there so I can kind of see where my flowers need to go, or at least get an estimated area of where I can put my flowers down. And I am just tying a simple little bow, and gonna put it right on the front of the jar. I'm just kind of working at it so it's tight and as flat as possible. Alright, grab my scissors, and okay, and that can go right there. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of these flowers. So let's see. Now that's, I pulled the backing off and not an actual dimensional. And this one, actually for the Sweet Sugar Plum one, I actually doubled up my dimensionals, and I put 2 right on top of each other so that it would give it even greater depth, since the flowers kind of overlap each other. Okay, so I'm going to put my first one down and kind of tilt it to the right. Then I'll put my next one down, kind of tilt it to the left, and then this one here, Sweet Sugar Plum one, can sit in the middle, and since it has 2 dimensionals, it sits even higher. And now I'm going to use a glue dot to attach, oops, sorry, oh, stuck to my finger. Okay, and then I'm going to put that right there in the middle. And for my sentiment, and I'll attach this in just a second, I'm going to use For You. On here I used Happy Birthday, and this Happy Birthday comes from a different set, which is the Ready to Pop stamp set. But I thought I'd show you something that can be used with just using the one stamp set. And this is just a piece of a 1/2 inch strip, a piece of scrap cardstock, and I'm going to stamp this in Dapper Denim. And since this is clear mount, it's easier for you to line up, and hopefully I don't get my head in here because I'm trying to, there we go. Alright, and I am going to use this, and just because I like that it's a lot quicker, but I like to use my flag, or my banner punch here, to flag my ends. It just makes it easier for me. Alright, but this is retired, so but you could always use your scissors to do that. And then I also used a 3/4 of an inch circle punch, and I just put it in there from the top and slid it in, and then it gives me this rounded corner there. And I just liked it, you know, to give a little extra, I don't know, pizzazz, I guess, to my tag rather than just a straight edge. Now I'm going to put a dimensional right on the end of that, and we will attach it. And I'm kind of just tucking it right under here where the ribbon is so that it looks like, you know, it's hanging from there. Now, just get my mono multi liquid glue and I will attach my card. Sorry, I hope I don't keep going out of frame. I'm not used to this. I haven't done videos a lot, and I started to do them last year, and then just my camera got messed up, and oh, I messed that up. And then I stopped, and life just kind of got in the way, busy with kids and school and all of that great stuff. And I did pop up the entire card front. So let's do that real quick. Oh, I just peeled that whole thing off. All right. Almost finished and super quick. I love this stamp set, and I think it was just a great addition to the new catalog. I cannot put this down. Okay, there we go. How do you like it? I hope that you like it. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a message or contact me through my website, and I'd be happy to answer those questions. You can also buy all of these items that I used today through my online store at www.rosecastillo.stampinup.net. All right, thank you for taking the time to watch my video, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.